Welcome back, everybody, to a brand new episode of the Vantage Point Podcast. Thank you so much, family, for tuning in. If you haven't done so yet, it'll mean so much to me if you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're building this thing up, fam. So subscribe. Every subscriber matters. Click like. It will mean a lot to me. We got to get the YouTube algorithm thing going. Also, comment below if you find value in this episode. With that being said, let's jump into it. By the way, if you're not familiar, because I know there's a lot of new people watching, the Vantage Point Podcast is a show where I break down the quotes and the posts that I put up on social media. So, with that being said, let's get into it. The quote we are breaking down today is "You've been playing it safe for so long. Congratulations. You are living the results. This is it. Now, how long can you keep doing this until you realize that this no longer makes sense? Something has to change. Maybe you should take more risk and bet on yourself. What do you think?" Caption I put on here was question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. I mean, you've been doing it like this for for a long time now. This is it. If you want different results, you must do something different. Some of you have been playing it safe for so long. You've been doing the same thing over and over and over again, wishing a different result. There's conclusions in your life. And when I say conclusions, a lot of people get confused. They don't know what that means. What's a conclusion? Well, it's a story you have about yourself. It's a fact that you've stamped, right? This is a fact. It's actually a belief that you stamped. It's a story that you stamped as truth when it's not truth, right? It's your truth, it's your reality, it's your limitations, but it's not based on actual facts, on actuality. Some of you have accepted the position you're in. Some of you have accepted and settled for certain things in certain areas of your life, right? And then you're wondering why it's hard for you to make a move, make a decision. Well, this is it, fam. The life that you're living now, this is it. If you've settled for something, if you settled for mediocrity, if you settled for something less than you know you deserve, right? This is it. How long can you keep playing it safe? How long can you keep doing the same thing until you realize that this no longer serves you anymore? How long can you keep doing the same thing until you realize that change is inevitable, whether you take control of it or not? Whether you influence the future towards a direction that you wanted to go, change is going to happen regardless, whether you agree with it or not. Why? Because people around you are changing, the environment around you is changing, right? Things grow, things die. People are psychologically growing, people are psychologically dying. Everything around you is changing. Change is inevitable. So for you to fight hard to stay the same, for you to think, oh, let me do this move and in hopes that, let me stay in the same place because I don't want to take any risk. You're deteriorating psychologically, fam. And the longer you take to make that decision, the longer you take to go all in on yourself, the longer you take to address a fear, the more that takes root within the mind. It takes root in within the mind, and now you're moving and you're moving with this hope that one day things change when things will never change until you make it happen. Again, things will change and not in the direction that you want it to go. It's inevitable. Change is inevitable. Your position, your situation will change, right? Because the people around you change, the area around you is changing, everything around you is changing. So now it's up to you, fam. It's up to you to take control on which direction that you go. Now, I say this, it sounds very inspiring, it sounds motivating, but at the same time, it's very, very challenging because it's up to you to address a fear. It's up to you to stop settling for the things that you've settled for. Again, life will be what you settle for, and what you settle for, you deserve. And you're getting results in your life that you've settled for, you've accepted. You make a decision, you get a result. Now it's up to you to make that adjustment, right? You put yourself in this position you're in, and you're sitting there and you're waiting and waiting and waiting. And the more time you wait, right? The less urgency you have, the more dull you become, the more that you'll be okay with allowing things to pass you by. You be, oh, it's not a big deal, right? I'll let it pass by because I've been living like this for so long. I've been doing things a certain way for so long that what? That you just settle. You settle, you get complacent, and then you wonder why, right? You wonder why. I'm always saying, and you wonder why. If you look at this show so far, I've said that more times than probably anything on this show. And you wonder why. You wonder why things are confusing for you. You wonder why life seems so complicated. You wonder why you're so afraid. You wonder why you're so dull. You wonder why you're not where you want to be. Right? It's like, it's okay. Right? It's okay. I can let it roll on to the next day. I'll do it tomorrow. To really do it, you're waiting on other people to make a move. You're like afraid. This is it, fam. This is it. You've played it comfortable for so long. This is it. It only deteriorates. It only goes downhill when you play comfortable. When you're comfortable. When you're complacent, right? When you do the bare minimum. When you play it so safe. This is it. This is it. You know it's it, right? How long can you keep allowing things to roll on to the next day until you realize, okay, nothing's nothing's gonna change in the way that I want it to. Everything's just gonna get worse. Things around you, you're gonna maintain to stay the same, right? I'm gonna fight hard to stay the same. I want to maintain something out of your life. Like, let's say, for example, you're maintaining your job, you lose your job. Oh, let me get another one. You're maintaining your house, your home, and your in your area. Okay, oh, the rent's going up. Let me get somewhere. Let me move to another place where the rent's lower. It's like you, things are gonna change, just like your relationships change, right? With the people around you, where you're no longer interested in them, when you're no longer studying them, observing them, you're no longer learning more about them because every moment's a brand new moment. Every moment's a brand new moment, right? So when you're no longer interested, you lose that sharpness, that alertness, that awareness, you lose it. When you're no longer interested in yourself, you lose the passion, fam. So what I'm telling you is complacency is dangerous. It destroys everything around you. Complacency is dangerous, right? You're allowing things to roll on to the next day. So I challenge you, fam, to make a decision at this moment, at this very second. Make a decision that will completely change the course of your life forever. Now, here's the catch: doing what's best for you is what's best for everybody around you. But that doesn't mean that doing what's best for you will piss people off in the short term. Trust me, fam. Me doing to get to a position I am today, me making certain decisions have pissed a lot of people off because people love routine. People love for you to be familiar, right? People love complacency. It's like, okay, when you're making changes, you are forcing everybody around you to change, right? When people around you depend on you for something psychologically, something physically, something emotionally, right? Something financially. The moment you start doing what's best for you, that will inevitably be best for everybody else. The moment you start doing what's best for you, everybody around you gets pissed off. Everybody around you says, whoa, wait a minute. Now you're forcing me out of my comfort zone. You're waking me up. You're making me more alert. You're making me do something different. And it's very uncomfortable for people. Also, it exposes what other people are not doing. It exposes mediocrity, right? It exposes how complacent people have become when you are doing what's best for you. So, fam, don't allow the opinions of others to stop you from betting on yourself. Don't allow the opinions of others to keep you and settle for this limitation and box yourself in because of, oh, what is this person going to say or how this person's going to feel. Trust me, fam, is a losing game because things are going to change anyway. It's going to change anyway, and you're going to be upset that you did not go all in and bet on yourself. So do what's best for you, fam. Do what's best for you. Thank you so much for listening in. If you found this episode valuable, hit that like button, share this with somebody you know, comment below, give me some fire emojis. As a matter of fact, this is a huge call of action. This is probably the last time I'll ever do it. Give me some fire emojis below if you found this video valuable. Give me some fire emojis, fam. I want to see, I'm looking at the comments. I want to see who's going to leave me a fire emoji. If you're watching this video right now, it's a huge call of action, fam. Huge call of action. Leave the fire emojis below in the comments. I'm watching. I'm just seeing if you guys are watching this and listening to this. I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll catch you guys next time. Take care, fam. Peace.